With Shady Kaka, folks, Shady Long, and I'm not in a Homo Depot. I'm not. All right, so today I'm in my office, all right? I got a new office, so I thought I may do a video out of my office. All right, so today we're going to talk about a lot of things, and first thing I want to talk about is groove factors. Well, first I want to thank everybody, Shady Kaka. I want to thank everybody for coming on my site and all the people who donated to my new project that's coming out. I want to thank all of y'all with all my heart. I love y'all with all my heart. All right. So look, today we're gonna talk about grooves. All right, and I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but I hope it don't be that long. But we're gonna talk about grooves, and first thing I'm gonna talk about is the difficulty of a groove. All right. When I say a difficulty of a groove, I mean seriously, it's everybody can play a groove. I would say no. I say anybody can play a groove. It's a groove to them. It could be a groove to somebody else. It could be foolishness to somebody else. It could be whoa, that was hot. You know what I'm saying? It's a groove. It's whatever you come up with in the factor. Now the problem I'm having with some of the videos that's coming up is that a lot of guys think I said stinks. A lot of guys think that the groove that they're playing is a real groove, but they're playing by themselves, and if you put it with a band, it'd be foolishness. All right. So what we want to do is to make a concept of what I feel. Listen to what I'm saying. I gotta say this because a lot of people get it twisted. It's like, oh, that's not right. A groove is this and a groove. And I'm like, all right, so we have old school grooves, and then we have new school grooves. And there's a difference. And a lot of people are like, no, a groove is a groove. No, it is not. Let's get that straight first. An old school groove is from the 60s and the 70s, where the bass line was pretty much steady all the time. It didn't particularly change. Whatever it was, it stayed there. The new groove, I said new groove. The new school groove are completely different. The new Thundercats are doing a lot of stuff. I mean, some of the stuff I don't understand. But some of this I do understand, but I don't particularly feel it. Let's put it that way. But it's still a groove to them. All right. So what we have to come to a conclusion of, whatever groove that you're playing, if it fits a band and everybody can say, wow, that's a nice groove, or wow, the bass player's all over the place, or wow, the whole band is grooving. And what you want to hear is the whole band is grooving, not wow, the bass player's like, man, he was doing so much stuff, man, it was like killing, man. Yeah, but that's not the concept of a band. And if a band is playing the same, if a whole band is playing the same groove, I get it. Then it's a nice groove. But if you're sitting there and you're all over the place going through 932 modes by yourself and nobody else has no room, which is, when I say nobody else, I mean guitar players and horn players and keyboard players. If those guys have no room to lay, then you're all over the place. It's not a groove. It's just, it's actually heading toward a train wreck. To me. That's to me. All right. So now, and another thing is, guys, we are a bass world. That's what we are. We are a bass world. And in our bass world, we have great people. And then we have some people that's not so great. All right, guys, when you're not so great, maybe this is not. Maybe you don't need to make comments. I'm just saying, because we have guys that's coming in every day that's brand spanking new. They're brand spanking. They have no idea. So you well educated. Excuse me. So you overeducated, and you want everybody to know that you overeducated. We get it. What we don't get is how you hurt the ones that is not educated with your comments. So, guys, come on, stop. If you're well educated, we get it. Say what you got to say. Be kind. All right. So I just want to put it out there because I've been looking at some of my posts and you know, on my YouTube, and some of you guys are just, you know, it's too much. It's just way too much, and we're hurting the ones that's coming. Our new we call it neophytes. Our neophytes that's coming up. That's so hungry. They're so eager to learn, and they're watching everybody, you know, doing different stuff, and they're trying to find their niche in their groove, but they can't do it because they see, you know, overeducated, uneducated comments. Does that make any sense? Overeducated, uneducated comments. That make any sense? All right. I can say it, because Jesus was a commoner. He spoke to all people, but he didn't use $553,000 words. he just talked. Just talk. You just talk and people understand you. You know what I'm saying? So now here it is. Now so today I'm going to use this is my boo. A lot of people say, what's a boo? Look, this is my boo. All right, so today I'm going to use my boo. This is my 78 Music Man Stingray bass. And when I say this is my boo, this is my boo. This really is my boo. All right, so now the thing I want to bring up today is it's hard when you think of a groove and you love the groove, but you can't play it in a 5-minute integral. Integral, is that the right word? You can't play it for 5 minutes. That's what it is. You can't play it for 5 minutes, but it's a killer groove. And what do you mean you can't play it for 5 minutes? I mean you can't play the same lick you started out with for 5 minutes. The same way for 5 minutes. That is a good practicing technique. You know what I'm saying? All right, so in case you don't know what I'm saying, let me put it this way. So I'm gonna use my Boss DR880 today. So I'm gonna just throw a groove up. All right. Yeah, that's just a groove. And now I'm gonna think of a groove. When I think of that groove, I have to play that groove the same way I started out 5 minutes ago. Now I'm not gonna play it for 5 minutes. I'm just gonna start a groove. Check it out. Did you hear that? Did you hear it? You heard the groove, right? It was down at now, the issue that I have sometimes, even with myself, is that I have so many other feels I can put in that groove to make it important-er. I said important-er. But that's not it. Is that we're practicing within ourselves to actually learn how to play the groove for 5 minutes without changing. I could have done this. I could have done that. But that's not the groove I started out with. I started out with this. I changed it already. So for 5 minutes, and it's a good practice thing, that if you can start out for 5 minutes and play that one lick for 5 minutes without changing, imagine what you can do in a session. Because what makes a set to me? What makes a bass player that play on sessions, or a section bass player? I said bass player play on section. A section bass player, to me, what makes him so amazing is that I'm hearing him playing the same thing. And it's like, to a lot of people, like, he ain't doing nothing. I'm like, yeah, he's doing a lot, because he's playing repetitiously the same thing. And you're like, wow, well, he can throw a feel that, yeah, but they're not paying him for that. And there may be some producers that are paying you for that. But wouldn't it be amazing if you could go on a session and play the same thing for a whole record? 3 minutes, 38 seconds or 5 minutes, the same thing, unless they tell you, take your spot. Man, you know, for some of you guys, this is mediocre. I know, I get it. Some of you guys just like, man, what he's talking is mediocre, dude. You need to play what you feel. Yeah, but you ain't paying. Nobody's gonna pay you to play what you feel all the time. They're not gonna do that. So you have to learn first how to play for yourself. When I say play for yourself, it's to educate yourself. I have to educate myself every day. You know, whether I'm playing this groove, whether I'm playing this groove, whether I'm playing this groove, whether I'm playing that groove or this groove. You get what I'm saying? I just did that for 5 minutes. And the producer's like, to me, a great producer would be like, he's very thorough. All right? And then if they ask you, hey man, you can stretch out a little bit, then stretch out a little bit. But a little bit. Because to me, it's not what you know or it's not what you play makes it great. No, I didn't say that. It's not what you play makes a song great. Because people already know that you're a beast. But you sitting there, you're so calm with playing the Mary Had a Little Lamb sessions. You're calm, you're just as calm playing that as you are playing something intricate as Chick Corea or John Petitucci. You get what I'm saying? It's like, man, you got to be comfortable in everything that you do. But you also have to remember, if you're on a recording session, you didn't write the song. All right, so you have to respect the writer. If the writer says, I just need it simple, bro. I just need Mary Had a Little Lamb. That's all I need. Then play Mary Had a Little Lamb. Not Mary Had a Little Lamb and then Jack and Jill, throw Jack and Jill in there. That's not what he wants. Now he's looking at you going, I can't keep him simple. Whoa! And then if he ever come on the mic and go, hey, bro, can you kiss this a little more? Can you what? Can you kiss it a little more? Can you keep it straight, stupid? Can you keep it simple, stupid, or straight, stupid? You know what I'm saying? I mean, and you don't want it to get to that area. So listen, back again to where I opened up the video with is playing grooves. All right, if you're gonna play a groove, the best way to play a groove, if you invent it, is to play it for 5 minutes without changing it. And that's my lesson for the day. And look, the lesson is for me. Everything I said today was for me. If it good for you, then use it. If not, move on. Remember though, folks, we're here because we're in a base world, and there's new, I call them neophytes. There's neophytes coming every day, hungry. And we don't want to discourage them. We want them to come in because they're bringing in brand new stuff. You know, that we think, because a person, even the Bible says, the person who thinks he knows everything is a fool. All right? I don't claim to know everything. I don't claim to know half of everything. What I do know within myself, I want to make it better. All right. I said enough. And it was so much fun today talking to you, girl. I love my music, man, Stingray. I'm coming through my TC BB 250 combo amp, TC Electronics. And once again, this is my Boss DR880. And I just want to thank you guys for checking out my videos. I hope today we all learned something. I know I did. Shada Kaka and peace out.